Hey!
Hey, Ryan!
Hey, Patrick Klepek.
Brains?
We are looking at The Walking Dead Episode 1.
The one not written by Gary Whitta.
No, spoilers here. We saw this and played through what we're about to show you here before. Like a couple weeks ago.
When we had Gary Whitta in to talk about, he's a story consultant, but he's specifically writing the 4th episode.
I believe he's doing some story editing as well, so he has been, he has seen this stuff and has helped massage some of this to a certain extent.
I saw some pictures on Twitter of him at the Telltale offices, so...
conspicuous. So we're a couple minutes into the first episode here. There's some opening scene stuff that we think you should see for yourself.
Yeah, Ryan and I mutually agreed that some of the opening moments of zombie stuff where civilization perhaps discovers the fate it is in store for itself.
The process of shit going bad in zombie movies is some of our collective favorite parts, and we don't want to ruin that for you. So, know that there is more to the intro of this game than we're showing you, but we're jumping in pretty quick.
Literally 2 minutes in.
Yeah.
So we're just getting past that very intro portion, but...
So this is, Patrick, go ahead and load that up. This is the first thing that Telltale's put out since Jurassic Park.
Yes.
If you didn't check it out already, we did a special bombcast with Gary Whitta and Richard Igo from Telltale, talking about the process of this and kind of a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff. And brought up a point that, hey, the last thing they did was Jurassic Park, which sucked hot air. That was
not good at all.
They really crapped that one up. They tried to get outside of their adventure game comfort zone, and it bit them back real bad.
Yeah, philosophically, I agreed with the direction they wanted to go in of looking at games like Heavy Rain to try and find a way to make these games a little more palatable to a wider audience, and also just you can't keep making the same point-and-click adventure games forever.
Just to vary the fundamental gameplay. Let's get those subtitles going here. Just to vary that fundamental gameplay, and no, I think they'll be under gameplay? Subtitles. Yahtzee. Oh wait,
what?
Under gameplay again. Go back one more. You've got it set to display action buttons off. That's pretty ballsy.
I don't know. I set it to the normal. So the one things this game does different than other Telltale games is there are 2 settings in terms of how it communicates information to you. There's the normal setting where it will kind of give you a lot of UI elements, and then there is a more advanced setting, probably if you want to play it a second time, where it's giving you less information about the environment around you. And also, it's not informing you. We'll see it as we get into some of the conversations. The game will tell you when characters are picking up on certain things related to your answers. And it won't display that information.
You'll know when in the way that we're playing, which is pretty much the standard way. You'll know when one of your actions or one of your comments has had an impact, when it's not just for show. So here we're meeting our dude here. He's in the back of this car. He's got handcuffs on, and whenever you see that little thing here, so we're playing this on the PlayStation 3 right now.
Yeah, it just came out on PSN, PC, Mac. I don't know if the iOS stuff...
No, they said that's a month out.
And then they just announced, actually, just before we got in here, that the XBLA stuff will be out on Friday.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey, officer! Are you all right?
So Patrick is just using the right stick to look around there and to move that little reticle, and then you get little contextual things from there.
Doesn't look good. He wasn't ejected from the car. He's not moving.
Yeah, kick it. Cool. Yeah, kick it. One more time. Oh, come on, that should have done it.
I could have done it in 3.
I need to drag myself out that window.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
I need to drag myself out that window.
So do it.
Oh, I wasn't reading the text.
Yes, now it's time.
So that's one of the nice things actually about this game is that you have now direct control over the character.
And
but that's also a yes and no.
It's a 2-parter here as far as kind of the shift they've made from Jurassic Park. So Jurassic Park was itself a big change from how Telltale had been making its games up to that point. Very traditional point-and-click adventure games. Most of them kind of hinging on a lot of humor to kind of carry the load there. obviously not something that's really appropriate for Jurassic Park or The Walking Dead. Hey, there's a gun.
The officer's shotgun is over there.
Get it.
Oh, don't trip. Don't trip.
Yeah, Homeboy's footing in this is not the best.
Yeah, when we played this before, this guy, there was like a running joke with Telltale that this guy trips a lot.
Well, just kind of the realization that everyone in zombie movies just...
In general.
Yeah, usually they're going to slip and fall down in situations that a normal person would not.
It's one of those tropes I'm okay with, because yelling at horror movies is kind of part of the fun.
But so yeah, there's, you know, they're finding I think a more sensible balance between when they're giving you direct control, when they're having you do little kind of, you know, inventory hunt stuff, and when they are giving you just straight up QuickTime events.
Yeah. And there's a good example of that.
Is that a Banksy painting on that rock right there? No, not over there. That one right there.
That looks...
No, not that one, that one.
Oh. That doesn't look like blood. That just...
Yeah.
Ooze. Like the black ooze from X-Files.
You think that's Chris's blood? Who is it? Barry? Is it Barry's blood?
Officer?
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh no. Our character doesn't know that they're dead.
He just lets it get away.
What in the hell?
What in the hell indeed?
What the fuck are you?
Yes, what the fuck indeed?
Get away from me!
So rather than the game taking control of that, I was actually moving the character back.
Right.
Using the left stick. And
So really, it's not even like they are doing stuff... Oh, that sucks.
yeah.
Doing stuff really fundamentally different than how they did in Jurassic Park. They're just being a lot smarter about it.
Or even what you do in a normal adventure game. They're just giving you a little more direct control over the actions that would normally just be a pre-canned animation.
Yeah.
And the problem was in Jurassic Park, you had almost no direct control except when you were clicking around, and constant QuickTime prompts for things that weren't interesting at all.
Little girl.
Wait, what? Oh.
Help! Go get
I didn't notice her
someone!
the first time we played this.
Oh, you didn't?
There's
No.
British
Oh, yeah.
shooting!
So you get these blends of, you have sequences where you're using the right stick to hunt around and figure out what you need to do. In this case, you need to
I just had to wait, I guess.
look around and be freaked out. And you go, oh, fuck.
I should probably get out of here. And I know my leg sucks and all, but... See?
All right, so that's one.
Take a drink. I have to say, I really like the style of this game. Just the look of it really like if
This looks, I'm gonna say this looks better on PS3 than what I saw on the 360.
yeah, that was an earlier build. It's hard to know.
That's true. But you know, they're using these 2D and specifically these 2D art styles that kind of mimic the way that the books look.
Yeah. Yeah, we should say if all you've seen is the television show, this is not, the television show is not canonical to the comics.
Yeah, they take a lot of...
It's an adaptation, a pretty liberal adaptation.
Yeah, they take a lot of freedoms with characters and where the story goes in the show versus where the books were.
But this is canonical to the comics. You'll intersect with moments in the comics. So, like one specific thing they called out when they came by was that when you go to Herschel's farm, if you read the comics, the layout does not conform at all to what it is in the television show, but they actually made sure that the farm that you're exploring in this game is directly what you remember, which is kind of neat if you're a fan, especially if you haven't read the comics.
But either way, what I like about this is that even like regardless of your point of entry here, whether it's the graphic novels or the TV show, since this is really telling an original story, it's going to be new for everyone.
Yeah.
Like this will intersect with characters. You will notice characters from The Walking Dead as you know it.
No ladder. I'm not getting up there anyway. This leg the way it is.
Yeah, you'll get something out of it.
And speaking to the technical performance, even if what we're playing was an earlier build and all that, the PS3 version of Jurassic Park, which is the one I played, on a technical level, was total garbage too. Like the frame rate was all over the place, which just should not be an issue in the kinds of games that Telltale is creating.
Yeah, they're not real challenging.
So that was really odd, but so far from what I've played of this, it doesn't seem to have any sorts of those issues. So and that's the nice part about Telltale stuff, is that whatever you think of one game or one series they're putting out, they always have a lot in the hopper.
Well, I'm happy to see them diversify a little bit. It reached a point, I think it's safe to say, where you knew what you were getting.
Yeah.
Coming in.
It's kind of like, another Telltale game, which was good and bad.
I was excited about Monkey Island and Back to the Future. I'm like, they are choosing properties that I care about and I have a great connection to, and they're trying to do fun stuff with them.
One of them.
But they were all very comedic too. There was sort of a sensibility to all of those that was kind of a common thread.
Sure.
And Walking Dead, while sometimes darkly humorous, is definitely much more serious.
What's going on in the coloring book?
Oh, it's ominous. And that unicorn is shitting.
Kind of everything is ominous.
Well, maybe that's grass, but I'm just gonna say it's pooping.
That light doesn't look great.
It's fake.
It kind of looks like artifacting. It's kind of like like over here. Like
right
that looks like
there,
JPEG
right there.
compression.
It's weird. That's 2.
Take a shot if you're following at home. Vodka's usually pretty common on.
And now he's covered in
films.
blurred.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So you've only seen the TV show, right? You have not read any of the books.
No, I had Tony from comicvine.com lent me the first book, and I had it sitting on my coffee table for ages. And I just never got around to reading it because I knew the show was coming.
Right.
And I was like, I should bone up. I should know a thing or two here first.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see how far into the series this goes, because where the TV show is at, without spoiling if you haven't seen it, I read basically up to that arc in the comics, and now the comics and the show are starting to intersect with my knowledge of the Walking Dead universe, even though that series is still going. Like, there has been no conclusion to The Walking Dead.
Oh, the graphic novel series.
Yeah.
Yeah, they keep making those.
There are 3 new messages.
All right, let's go use the ominous answering machine.
Ooh.
Forget the cabinets. You're not gonna get anything use out of there.
But I can click them.
I can click them.
3 new messages. Message 1.
All right.
Left at
See if we can move
5:43
that.
p.m.
Hey, Sandra. This is Diana. We're still in Savannah. Ed had a little incident with some crazy guy.
I do love that
near
you
the
can keep
hotel, so
walking
we had to
around.
get him
It's one of my
to
pet
the
peeves
yard,
in,
have it checked out. Anyway,
like,
he's
when they
not
use the
feeling well
voicemail
enough to
sort of
drive back
conceit.
tonight, so we're
Oh, I
staying
think
you have to just sit there and listen to it and stare at the voicemail.
I think walking around while this is happening makes it way more ominous.
Yeah.
Message 2. Left at 11:19 p.m.
Oh my God, finally. I don't know if you tried to reach us. All the calls are getting dropped. They're not letting us leave and aren't telling us anything about Atlanta. Please, just leave the city and take Clementine with you back to Marietta. I've got to get back to the hospital.
Open all these.
Please
Okay.
let me know that you're safe.
Message 3. Left at 6:51 a.m.
Clementine, baby. If you can hear this, call the police. That's 911. We love you. We love you. We love you.
That's some fucking pathos.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, it's good shit.
And it's great too because you get this great tension from the voicemail, but then also they cut away to kick you in the nuts with the emotional punch.
So we've got little dialogue sequences like this. You've got the dialogue wheel, and you'll notice that there's a little shrinking line underneath it, so you've got a time limit on a lot of these too. My understanding though is that kind of your big kind of forking path decisions that you make are not going to be timed. So kind of like
it changes, yeah. Like the ones that so this game will have branching paths that affect the outcome of events within the episode, events that play out in later episodes. But there are times where, kind of like Alpha Protocol, where that little meter will run out real fast. And if you don't choose, I think it will just default to the one where you stay silent.
Where are your pants?
Well, that's not always an option, though. If you've seen so far, each one of these has had a ellipses, a ... as an option, which is
He just kind of shrugs.
Don't say nothing.
And I'm curious to see how.
Oh, God damn it! All right, this is the part where you gotta be on top of your shit.
Oh.
Fuck you, zombie lady. 3. Oh, and then the side of the head too.
I love this effect though.
The blurring.
Yeah.
4. Fuck you, zombie lady. Fuck you, zombie lady. Boom. Kick her! Kick her again! Get the hammer!
I want to keep kicking her.
Get the hammer!
I'm gonna keep kicking her.
Get the goddamn hammer!
Oh.
Yeah!
This part's pretty brutal.
Hit her again! Yes! So you could actually stop after like the second one of those, but they find that most people don't. That once you...
Also, look at that trophy. Yeah. Adventures in Babysitting.
Don't expect any other trophies as clever as that one through the rest of this series. That's coming from Telltale directly. They told us to say that.
Did you kill it?
Yeah, they were. Yeah, it's, you know,
they had to submit all of their trophies and achievement stuff very early on. So they were able to include some funny stuff in this first episode, but after that it will be
2 nights ago.
like kind of generic
story beat
plot
kind of.
Well, I mean, it's that works out pretty great because the way they're getting around sort of like some of the distribution hiccups they've had, specifically on XBLA, and now it's built into all the versions. But I think it's a smarter way to do it. Is each episode costs $5. You can buy a season pass, save some money on PSN. You can't do that. You can't do that on XBLA. But you can. You're buying everything else through downloadable content. So rather than like separate executables, which have to go through like separate cert processes and find slots. Now it's just DLC. So this is an instance where, yeah, you're getting all the time to figure out what do we want to do next.
Do you want to go now, or do you want to wait till it gets dark?
Oh, I'm gonna do the one that we didn't do.
Yeah, let's wait till it gets dark.
Yeah.
Because that seems like a really bad idea.
That seems like a really bad idea.
Oh, let's wait till it's dark for the zombies.
Yeah, it's not.
Because you know their vision is clearly affected by the dark as much as ours is.
Did I hit the wrong button?
Yeah, you did.
Ah!
You chose the safety of daylight.
God damn it!
You asshole. We don't get to see what the difference that makes in our story.
We'll just have to replay this game. Damn it! I'm an idiot. Because what's great about that decision is they give you this classic horror cliche, and you can choose to do it as opposed to the smart choice, which would be to seemingly leave ahead of time.
Yes, you can make the smart choice, or you can make the cabin in the woods choice.
The smart choice is to go see Cabin in the Woods.
I ain't never getting home to Mom at this rate.
This sucks.
Oh, it's hot dish night.
I thought hot dish was a Midwest northern thing.
It's not. I've never heard hot dish.
Should I stay?
That was a Minnesota.
Weren't they saying they were saying that was is that a Rodkin or a Vanneman thing?
I think that was a Vanneman thing.
My parents come home.
So yeah, Jake Rodkin and Sean Vanneman, I guess of Idle Thumbs, fame, infamy.
Somewhere safe that's close.
More like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're the writers on this. They're making this game. It's all the corny dialogue choices and
anything you don't like.
Yeah,
blame those guys.
Those assholes did that.
They're on Twitter. Just tell them publicly.
Yeah.
For a second, you and the little one were both gonna give us the chomp.
We need help.
Are you trying to get out of here? Because you should be. Those things are all over the damn place. I haven't seen anything as gnarly as this neighborhood since downtown Atlanta.
I love the little, like, kind of drawing lines on the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is Clementine.
Gives it kind of a sketchbook look.
I'm Chet.
It's a nice, like people are always using little touches to try and evoke certain
you and your daughter out of
visual
here.
styles.
My family's farm. It should be safer there.
Something a little more than, like, just bold black lines around the models.
Yeah, well, I think people have been able to get away with that for their cell shading in a really long time. Like Okami did some very interesting stuff, and there's some similar techniques, but it is interesting how, this game is able to really effectively evoke like the color palette and the character style
Monster's coming.
of The Walking Dead.
And without really, like, calling attention to the fact that it's a comic book, which is why it's got these big black lines.
Right. Something. Push. Nervous is that music is designed to make you nervous, Patrick.
I'd be way more nervous if this was at night.
That's true. But who knows what your situation would be if it was at night. They still hit the
Just
car.
some guy? It seems like you saved a bunch of lives today.
So you saw before he noticed, he noticed what I said when I tried to introduce myself, and although we won't get into it in this quick look, but all that stuff comes to play, and those are some of the smaller decisions that inform how the game branches and changes, but there are much larger ones that have implications for the characters.
At least so we've been told.
So we've been told, yeah. I guess I've read based on people that have played the first episode, because at this point it's been out for a day or two. Because it takes like 2 hours, 2.5 hours to play through, which is that's a nice.
Yeah.
And it's $5. I think that's a great price to charge.
And they're doing,
about 2.5 hours.
they're doing $5 for each episode like that.
I mean, it's $20 for the season pass, which gets you basically a free episode. Maybe a little more than that. I don't know that for sure.
So here we are at Herschel's Farm. It's probably a good place for us to.
Yeah, I think we're
gonna
stop here.
More choices to be made here. You get introduced to a ton of new characters. Some folks who you may recognize from the show, or at least an incarnation of them from the show.
Down the way.
And some folks that will only be recognizable if you've read the books.
Exactly. Yeah.
At least up to this point, don't know where the show's going.
Yeah. The show brings in things at different times, kind of picks and chooses how that comes in. But yeah, that's the Walking Dead, out for pretty much everything.
Damn near everything.
It'll be out on XBLA on Friday. But other than that, and iOS in probably a couple of weeks. But that's out now, and it's at $5 an episode. So far, so good. I am excited about Telltale Games again, and they seem to be doing justice to sort of one of my favorite properties. So
a different take. I know it seemed impossible, but a different take on zombie games.
Yeah, absolutely.
They've found one that keeps the feel of the source material from what we've seen. So. Yeah, check it out. It's $5. Like, what do you have to lose for this first epi? Like, that's a nice...
I'll take your $5. Like, if you don't want to buy this game, if you just want to send me $5,
yeah, we'll take it.
I'll accept that.
Or just send on over to Telltale. I'm sure they'd appreciate it as well.
All right, thanks, Ryan.
Thank you, Patrick.
I'll go see what I have.